tee assessed by Billy Oakes. And we're back to live action now, 52-49.
See Latrell Sprewell again still being played by KJ. Now they're going to go with Mullen against Ainge. They're going to go to that matchup. So you can see right now that when Danny Ainge comes into the ball game, they're going to force him to play defense. I think that's his third foul already.
It is his third in game two. He came off the bench, played 31 minutes, scored 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field. And Don Nelson admitted this morning that in game two, Danny Ainge really hurt the Warriors with his play.
Well, you try to take one of their weapons away from them, and if you can get Danny Ainge out of the ball game, you do that. Now Marley has to come in. And again, here's a guy who's played on the season 3,200 minutes. So he's played over 40 minutes a ball game on the year.
Chris Mullen regaining that shooting touch after that hand injury. 11 points tonight, 54. 49, an 8-0 run for the Golden State Warriors. 9:14 to go in the first half.
Looks like they're going to try to go to KJ now. Maybe give Charles Barkley a little rest. See if KJ starts to try to heat it up.
7, Kevin Johnson.
He has 7. 54-51 Warriors.
Here's what they'll do. They'll go to Charles, let him run up some numbers. If he gets tired, then they'll go to KJ. Look at Mullen with a quick release.
And Chris Mullen has 13 for Golden State. 56-51. A 10-2 run by the Warriors. They have a 5-point lead. Still a lot of time left in the half. 8:44. Warriors doing a much better job on Johnson, and now there's a steal by Sprewell over to Mullen.
They'll pull a three.
Mullen for 3. No, too strong with a shot. Rebound pulled away by Kevin Johnson. Lost it right back to Jeff Grayer. Grayer over Miller. 4 points for Grayer. 58-51. And the crowd into it big time now here in Oakland.
This is like Run TMC when they had Mullen, Richmond, and Hardaway. No Richmond, no Hardaway, but it's still Run Warriors tonight.
Marley taking free from Mullen, goes up over Owens. No whistle, no basket. Offensive board and putback by Dan Marley. His first basket tonight. 58-53 Golden State. Owens a mismatch on KJ. There's the help from Miller. Billy Owens with Green coming at him. I'll tell you what, these teams just are missing tonight. 6 points for Owens, 60-53. Still 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
We're looking at an 80-point half.
Golden State. There's Barkley going back to work. Couldn't get it to go, but he got fouled by Grayer. Grayer's second. Sir Charles will be at the line. He's already scored 31 points, and there's what Charles and KJ have done for Phoenix in the first 2 games in the series.
Well, that's what I talked about. 59 points, over 15 assists, over 15.5 rebounds. So these 2 guys have dominated. You throw in Dan Marley, who's averaging over 18 points a game. AC Green at 12.5. Cedric Ceballos at 11. They're averaging 114 points a game, which is what they averaged last year during the regular season.
If you're wondering what Charles' all-time high is in a playoff game, it's 44. His all-time high in any kind of an NBA game is 47 during the regular season. He's already got 32 points tonight with 7:22 to go. This may be a record-setting night for Charles Barkley.
Well, unless Charles has a blowout here with a tire or something, he's going to get 50 tonight.
Gatling the rebound. That's the first free throw missed by Phoenix after making 13 straight. 60-54. Golden State by 6. Grayer working on Ceballos. He's back in there in place of Miller. Ceballos pulls away the rebound for the Suns. Off to Marley. Down to Charles Barkley.
Well, he really wants the basketball. This is the quickest I've seen him change into the floor this year.
And away from the ball.
Timeout, Warriors.
Gatling took a spill.
Following the previous play,
timeout, Golden State.
Chris Gatling, first personal.
We have 6:53 remaining in the second quarter in Game 3. The Golden State Warriors trying to stay alive and take it to a 4th game here in Oakland, leading it 60-54. Earlier tonight, an exciting game at New Jersey. The Nets winning in overtime. Chris Morris hitting 2 free throws to give the Nets a 93-92 win. Knicks still up 2-1 in that series. In this first half tonight, Charles Barkley, 32 points. Latrell Sprewell, 20 points for Golden State.
You know, it's really,
has 13.
excuse me, Peter, it's interesting when you look at the stats. 24 field goals right now for Golden State. They have 18 assists, 19 field goals for Phoenix. They only have 6 assists, so they're doing a good job keeping KJ from penetrating.
They put back by Cedric Sabalas. He has 8. 4-point lead for Golden State. We're still not halfway through the second quarter.
Sprewell really feels that he wants the basketball now against KJ posting. Let's see if he can get it and see if he can turn baseline.
Well, he didn't get the basket to fall, but he did draw the foul. Kevin Johnson. Call for his second. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Budweiser player of the game. Budweiser will donate $1,000 in his behalf to the United Negro College Fund. Latrell Sprewell at the free throw line. He's 3 out of 4 from the line tonight.
Now, after taking 31 shots the other night, KJ's only attempted 4 tonight, but the reason is that they've basically gone to Barkley in the post almost exclusively in this first half. He has 18 shot attempts, Sabalos 6, 4 for KJ, 5 for Marley, and 3 for AC Green. So you can see right now that he's the primary focus of their attack. Question is, can he keep it up for 48 minutes?
Well, he's going to need a breather sooner or later, I think.
You know, he said the other day his back got a little bit tight on him. I'm wondering if Paul Westphal is going to try to keep him on the floor as much as possible so that once he warms up, that he doesn't go over and maybe stiffen up. There's that high screen roll that they've had problems with.
AC Green trying to get it to Sabalos underneath. Tipped out by Sprewell. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Take it over Gatling, a 3-pointer just before the shot clock was about to expire. Mullen the rebound. Latrell Sprewell down to Chris Gatling. Oh, he missed an easy shot.
Billy Owens
rebound pulled away by AC Green.
Or Billy Owens almost picked up a foul on that rebound too. Chris Gatling should have dunked that ball.
Marley, the finger roll for 2.
Number 9, Dan Marley.
Marley has 4. 61-58. Golden State by 3. 5:40 to go in the half.
Don Nelson rolling a little dice here. Billy Owens with 3 fouls.
The block shot. KJ comes away with it, going coast to coast and drawing the foul as he got hammered in the paint.
That's the KJ that we saw in Phoenix, really just blowing the ball up the floor. And you know what, Pete? You can't reach on him. When you reach, he'll go right past you. 2 Warriors that time in transition reached in, and you see him go right past him, and then he gets right into the crease and goes to the basket. But here's Barkley with the great block. Remember, this guy's only 6'4". And KJ getting into the lane.
And being fouled by Latrell Sprewell. That's 3 now on Sprewell.
With a foul starting to mount up, this could be a real problem. So we're talking 3 fouls on Houston, 3 on Owens. And Sprewell, does he have 2 or 3?
Sprewell has 3. Chris Gatling in, or out I should say, as Weber checks back in. And KJ makes them both. 9 points for Kevin Johnson. 61-60 now, a 1-point Golden State lead.
You got 2 guys now with 3 fouls on the floor with almost a half remaining in the second quarter. So Billy Owens and Sprewell got to be very careful not to pick up their 4th foul. Sprewell on an offensive foul has to be very careful.
2 bounces off the rim and out for the attempt by Sprewell. AC Green the rebound over to Kevin Johnson.
So now Sprewell's playing KJ. He cannot reach. Look at Charles with another 3.
Not this time. Marley the rebound, the putback. Dan Marley with 6 points all in his quarter. Phoenix regains the lead, 62-61. The Warriors cooling off just a bit here in the second quarter.
Well, as fatigue starts to set in, you start losing some of the emotion, and then it gets down into execution. I have a sense that Phoenix believes if the pace continues like this, that they'll wear this Golden State team down even at home here in front of their fans.
63-62. Golden State back on top.
Isolation now. Remember, both of these guys have 3 fouls guarding KJ in the trap.
Double team on Marley. They get it underneath to Sabalos. That's what happens when they get the double team. That's when Sabalos comes into play.
See, he snakes on that baseline. And